What's up, all you mentees? This is the Uncanny Omar with
Astonishing Melanie.
And together, what are we?
We are
husband and wife.
Omni.
Parents to Lydia and Alicia. We're also Omni. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. If it's
And
Saturday,
Deuce Pooey Channel says, I like comic books.
wrong. You love comic books. That's why you're here. Good morning,
You said
everyone
you're
from Burnaby, by Canada.
Burnaby, Canada,
Yeah.
right next to Vancouver, if you all didn't know.
Kevin, thank you. You are so sweet.
Thank
You
you.
leave super stickers just about every Saturday. You are so kind. Even before we start, no action figure today. I did forget to put one. Really quick, my story with this figure. This is Spycore from the Masters of the Universe line. He-Man to the people in the back. I think I've told this story many times on my channel. We grew up really poor, and this figure was the only one. Not this one here. This is the Origins figure. But the original one was like the only Masters of the Universe figure that my parents could buy me at a Big Lots. And Spycore played everybody. He was Skeletor, he was Evelyn, he was He-Man, he was Tila, all in my head. I just had one figure. So it's like the bad guy fighting the bad. I'm sure I looked so stupid, like with this army of Snake Men. Oh man, but this brings back a lot of memories. Although this is really lame, my Spycore, his thing would come out. This does not come out. It is, you can switch it out. Like this pops out and you can put out another one that doesn't extend, which is ridiculous. Why doesn't it extend? Come on, 80s technology. We can't recreate it. Anyway, that's why
That was a really sweet story.
I was playing with it. So that's why we didn't have I didn't have a picture of it. That's my lame excuse. I was playing with Spycore.
Kevin, I'd like to give you a gift. Thank you so much for the super sticker that you leave before the show starts. There we go.
Okay, I need to put him my way because I'll keep playing with him.
Where are you guys from?
Me? I'm originally from Peru, Lima, Peru. It's
It's
too
a
early.
black. What's a black flag?
What?
Hi, hey all from, and there's a black flag.
Oh, I don't know.
And comic books are okay.
I get John. You guess? Really? Big hi and big hello. What's up, my buddy Matt? And there's my buddy Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Who's coming over. We're gonna get together tonight to go out to watch a magician or something. And then she's coming over to do some TikToks with me. The world needs more regular Fantagraphics reviews from the Valdiviezo clan. Who are those people? Are contenders? Catching the stream prior to heading to work is the best part of my day. Thank you for that, Adrian. Hello, husband and wife. Hello to you, my brother. Welcome to the show where we ask Omar about a book and he can't tell us, but Melanie didn't sign an NDA. We probably should have asked her. What's up, Dan? How are you doing?
But I don't know.
Hi, chat.
Ain't that the truth?
Hope y'all are well, and hope you are well. You are as well.
Here. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations. Enjoy those books. Read
Welcome
those books.
to the fold.
Hey, Dana, and there's my buddy Geoff.
Spycore has multiple personalities.
It does. It's called associative. What is it called now? It's not multiple personalities. It's called associative. This. Oh my goodness! Disorder.
Disassociative.
Disassociative.
Something.
Disorder.
I forgot. I used to know.
Picked up the third book of Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition, slowly but surely making my way through. 3 down, 15 to go. They are beautiful books. They just pretty much are copying the Japanese release. Kind of like what they did with Fist of the North Star, or what they're doing with Fist of the North Star.
Oh, good. You spent your morning reading comics. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, and Poison Ivy by G. Willow Wilson. Both amazing. Thank you.
I've never heard of that Poison Ivy.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Thank you for that, Hamza. I knew somebody would know. Did you see the outfit 3 for Cammy on Street Fighter 6? No, I did not, Blas. How's she look? She look good? Psycho Cleveland knows what's up. Hi, all from Spidey's neighborhood, Queens, New York.
Oh, cool. That's cool, T. Pringles. I really want to read Roger Stern's run on the Avengers. And which volume of the Omnis do you think that will arrive there? And will it all fit in one volume?
No, it'll be 2 volumes. We won't be there for a few years, though. Oh, my goodness. Because we just got volume 5 last week. No, it comes out this week. Okay,
so Andrew,
it'll be a while.
So Scottish flag, but it turned black.
Okay. So yes, I'm sure we'll get it, but I'm pretty sure before we get there in chronological order, it'll be what, volume 8, maybe volume 9, 8 and 9. I'm sure we'll get Avengers by Roger Stern omnibus. Then it'll be 2 of them. Moose Jaw Saskatchewan. Canada. What's up? That's where you are since? In Germany. Team Walt represent. Yes. We have some new deals from Walt this month, and we'll announce them, and I put them in the description of the video too. Good morning, all you beautiful lovers of collected editions. Yes. And yes, Den. Cycle Cleveland, you're right. Good morning, Omar. Melanie, traveling to Asheville, New Connecticut,
North Carolina for my sister's wedding today.
Why would you even answer that dang
question? Who are your favorite comic book couples from any publisher?
Kyoko and Godai from Maison Koku. Guts and Griffith from Berserk. Like nobody has done that before.
I mean, they were.
Shut up! I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
At one point,
Pete and MJ all the way. Even though Pete and Gwen.
I thought you were gonna say Pete and Pete.
No, I didn't watch that show.
Nickelodeon show for brothers.
Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. Why
gotcha,
not? If you can't beat them, join them. I'm trying to think who else has a beautiful love story that
Saga.
Big Barda and Mr. Miracle.
Oh,
it's a good one.
Yes. And Saga.
Yeah, Saga's great.
What are the names?
Oh my gosh.
Marco
and Elena? Is it Alana?
Sure. Yeah, because of the A, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's Alana.
Yeah.
I would say Batman and Catwoman too. They have some. Yeah. They have hot moments, which goes a long way.
It does go hard. You all, if you know Pete and Pete, I say that, and the song is now in your head. Let your dog bite. Hey, someday.
Let's get some comic book questions.
When is the Batman and Robin Eternal overview? Ooh. And please twist my arm and convince me to buy it.
You want to buy it?
Go. Twist his arm. Go.
Okay, I did an overview of it already. I just can't remember when I have it released. I think it's coming out Sunday. It'll come out tomorrow. It's a good follow-up to Eternal, but just don't. I don't know why it wasn't called Robin Eternal, because you're reading about the Robins. You're not really reading about Batman and Robin, because during this particular time, Batman is, well, not to spoil it, he is busy at the moment, if you will. So, it's more like a Robin story, but it's a good Robin story because it stars Dick Grayson, it stars Jason Todd, it stars Tim Drake. 3 of them trying to solve this mystery from the past. And what does it have to do with Bruce? What does it have to do with them?
Let me good sing really quick. Chris, I hope you're still on the stream. Let me sing to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. I hope you find some good comics when you go shopping. And many more.
Happy birthday, brother. Congratulations. Another.
Okay, we've got some super
What do we do? What does the sun do?
Another revolution around the sun.
Is that what it is?
That's what
I don't think that's what it is. Well,
Project Viking says.
That's what my buddy Project Viking says. Thank you, Bruce Cadote. If you have a question, please leave it. We'll look for your question.
Batman gives you a thumbs up. Thank you.
From one Bruce to another. Thank you. That was
one.
Bruce Wayne, not Bruce Omar.
I totally planned that, yo.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And thank you, John, for the super chat.
How dare you, Omar? You do a video on Avengers Volume 5 and not one joke about Iron Man's nose.
Wait.
Did I cut it? No, I did not make a joke about his nose. I didn't. How can something that goofy looking not merit? How would you find that? Not merit comment. I don't know. I think sometimes I get so busy. You know, my issue when I do overviews, I don't write anything down. So sometimes I'll forget to mention something and I'm like, oh gosh, I forgot to mention this, what I think is important part. And I don't go back and reshoot it. Maybe I should write things down. It's not a bad idea. Best example of comic book duo relationship to Batman slapping Robin meme. That's not a healthy relationship, Geoff.
You made Tina sad about Right Stuff.
Yeah, so Right Stuff, end of an era, right? Right Stuff here in America is closing shop. Because I mean, we knew it was coming. The minute that Crunchyroll bought them up, we knew it was coming. Now people, dude.
Now I can't sing You Got the Right Stuff.
You never did.
Love the way
you never. This is the first time I'm hearing you sing this song.
All that I needed was you.
Okay, we're gonna get demonetized. Okay. All right. So yeah, that sucks. End of an era for all us catalog people from all the way in the early 90s when you used to call a number and it used to be like 2 people that worked there. The prices, I don't know. I don't know if Crunchyroll is going to honor the discount. I mean, there's different places you can get manga from, like, well, yeah, cheap graphic novels, Walt's Comic Shop, they sell manga, in stock trades, organic price books, Dying Breed collectors. But I think everybody was just so used to the discounted prices, and they publish stuff too. Like Right Stuff published anime. I think they're discontinuing the live action stuff though. So if you were into the live action stuff, that will no longer be.
Is it thing. Right Stuff that you years ago when you got drunk and you just ordered a bunch of anime?
Yep.
I can't do that.
I made a video about that.
Oh, and thank you so much for the super chat. Omar, what are your thoughts on Superman Grounded? From what I heard, the story's mixed to most people. Love to have an old reader, new reader on it, which is a show Tuesday evenings on this channel.
My thoughts are, I think it had a strong start. Didn't really have a strong ending. I think JMS was just done. I think he was just done with comics at that time. So it didn't stick to the landing, if you will. Unfortunately, because it was for people that don't know, Superman decides to walk around the United States and try to solve people's everyday problems. It's a good story, right? I mean, we've seen superheroes do the same thing in the past. Video idea for you,
Bruce. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Super chat, my brother. The books by creepiest comic creators start off with Planetary.
Oh goodness,
I love Planetary. Okay. Books by people who have done bad things or have been accused of doing bad things. That, oh my gosh, do you know what that would do? Like, people would be like, why would you even give him any spotlight? Because I mean, look, here's the thing. I'm sure there's a lot of creators that have done creepy stuff, right? We just don't know about it. Like, we have no idea what really went on back in the day before the internet.
Your doggy's cute, Bruce. I'm assuming it's your doggy. Maybe it's not your doggy.
Yeah, I'll think about that one, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you for the super.
Mr. Tex just became a Right Stuff member
recently. I used to be a member. I don't know. Are they going to honor that at Crunchyroll?
They said they will continue to announce sales, October and winter sale.
I would look forward to their 4th of July sales and their Christmas sales. So what was it? 30 Days of Christmas.
Do you know any good Kyle Rayner books?
Ion, Power of Ion, and The Full Circle, which is a lot of Brian K. Vaughan stories in there. And get the compendium when it comes out.
What's up with Den?
What's the 411? Yeah. So Den is a book by Richard Corbin. And let me tell you, like, that book was out of print before it was even released in comic book stores. So I think what will end up happening is they'll probably do another restock of it before Den Volume 2 comes out. And I'll make sure I'll ask Dark Horse. Sometimes they tell me if there's going to be a restock or not. So I will let you know. But right now, I think it's officially out of print, and not a lot of people have taken notice of that. So if you find it at a comic book store, it's a beautiful book. My overview, I filmed it just a couple of days ago. I don't know if it'll come out. Maybe next Sunday is when it'll come out.
Miles has a question about Ultimate Spider-Man Omni Volume 4. Is it coming out soon?
Not soon. Maybe next year. Maybe.
Dream League says, Omar, can I have your Nightstand Omnibus just to save myself $350? Woo-wee! $350.
No, then I won't have it. I won't have it. And I'm sure it will be reprinted. They just reprinted Volume 1. My overview of that comes out on Monday, of the new printing. And the new printing is thinner, like a lot thinner. I actually replaced my original printing. It's also $50 more expensive too, but you know, things just go up in price.
Jen McKay's Daredevil and the Zdarsky Omni. Any news about it?
Dude, I haven't heard anything about the editions of books. I'll ask again. I have to ask sporadically, right? I can't ask like every week. It has to be, give them some time. I know they're busy. Hello from Greece, lovely Greece. Even I haven't read the new Captain America by JMS. It came out this week, right? How is it?
What's your favorite comic storyline of all time?
X-Men. X-Men by Chris Claremont. All 17 years of the original. I mean, nothing got better to me than that. I mean, but if you want, like,
if Chris Claremont's in the room, I'm
sweating bullets.
Or he's interviewing him. If he's virtually in the room, yeah, Omar just clams.
I only got eyes for Chris Claremont. sounds so creepy.
Ryan, I'm so sorry to hear you've been sick with COVID. Okay, good. It's mild symptoms right now, but enjoying Craven's Last Hunt and X-23 Omni. So, Ryan, are you going to be joining us for our book club meeting tomorrow? Because on Patreon, if you are in the $7.77 tier, you get access to the monthly book club. And this month voted for Craven's Last Hunt. And we'll be meeting tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll send a link via Zoom for us to chit chat. And also in that tier, you get access to the Ask Me Anything chat, which was last week.
I may come in and crash that one. Sometimes I join. That one's a good story, though.
He was talking about the book club.
Oh,
and then Ask Me Anything. I haven't been able to join for a while, but it's always definitely Omar. And drinking is usually involved and talking about inappropriate subjects.
Yes.
So check out our Patreon see if any of the tiers meet your geeky needs. And it's definitely how Omar is able to make this his job and produce so much content, because you are reading and filming and editing and publishing and yeah. So, and thank you so much. I'm so sorry I'm gonna mispronounce your name. And I know you. You know I know you.
You know I know you. He's the star guy.
He's been around for a long time. So you gotta put the emphasis on it. Leah. Thank you. Omar, your opinion. Really, how many Phoenix Omnis might be there? I say 4 sounds right. Maybe more. Any news on volume 3? Announcing soon?
All I can say is somebody's buying those Phoenix Omnis. That's all I can say. As far as how many there will be, we got into the early 90s with volume 2. Where's my volume 2 is thick. We got into the early 90s. Maybe 3. Because, Phoenix was kind of dormant for a while, right? Nobody was really writing Phoenix stories. Maybe Grant Morrison with the Phoenix Egg and the White Room, and then Phoenix, what was it? End Song and War Song, Resurrection.
That's good news, Maurice.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, Jay's asking, what is the last single issue picked up at a local comic store? I thought last night I want to go out and get Torun Grombeck's single issues on a Carnage and Venom and such. Are there any Carnage out yet?
Single issues? This is the whole collected edition.
I know, but I was like, I do always wait, but I just want to go get it.
Oh, I don't know if it started or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, she's such a lovely person and terrific writer.
The last one?
So I took over the question. I like buying single issues for the covers, and unfortunately, I didn't find really anything at Baltimore Comic Con, except I got Torun to sign Red Sonja. I have that, but in terms of like Alf, didn't find any Alf. I didn't find any Spider-Man. Covers, that's what gets me.
I think the last single issue at local comic book store, oh my gosh, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. Ultraman, I think I was really excited into Ultraman. So I got really excited when they announced they were doing an Ultraman comic at Marvel. So I went and got that single issue. But when I go to comic book conventions, I usually end up getting single issues to get like the creators to sign. That's what I did the last time. I got a bunch of Green Lantern and stuff at Baltimore. Somebody needs to let Amanda know about Remender's new book. She knows.
Yep.
Believe me, she knows.
She's going to New York Comic Con.
Yep, she's
going to Fallout Boy. I mean, that's not the only reason, but that's a huge reason. So Amanda and Omar will be going to Comic Con.
New York Comic Con.
New York Comic Con. Yeah, I just said Comic Con. Yeah, you know that one.
Random one. The Frankfort Comic Con.
Because she got a tattoo, guys, a Fallout Boy tattoo. So she definitely needs to go see him. Hey, Mark and Hannah.
Oh, Hannah's here. What's up,
Hi,
Hannah?
She's clairvoyant. Is that Chris Claremont? Let's see.
Derek. Or Elon. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
You mentioned earlier something about my Super Nintendo. Yeah, I sold them all. Sold all my cartridges. I told that story. I think it was on Justice Stream. And but we do have emulators and games that have come out on the Switch. So we do have ways of playing them.
Our daughters play the emulator. Yeah. We love playing arcade games on there.
And Super Nintendo games. They love watching me play Pac-Man because that reminds. I don't know if y'all ever played Pac-Land too.
Look.
Because my dude just snaps. And I think it reminds them of their father, how 1 minute he's happy, the next minute he's just snapping about something. Maybe that's why they love watching me play Pac-Land too. Just curious, when reading for fun, how do you decide between reading something new versus reading an old favorite? That is difficult, right? It's kind of like a movie. It's like you look forward to all these new movies and then you're like, well, looks like I'm watching Goonies again or Monster Squad this month. I love Monster Squad. Wolfman's got that right.
And what we watched last night? Twister.
That's my brother's favorite movie, though.
You're a Twister. Yeah, but he wasn't there.
I know. I took pictures
just
for
us. So we watched Twister.
It's a good movie. All right.
It is. And I was like, is this
how do I?
It is. Michael Crichton wrote it. I was like, okay.
I think I just forced myself to read something new. And I know it's for fun, but I'm like, well, let's see what this is about. And, end up enjoying it sometimes. Sometimes not so much.
Here lately, I've been able
Twister a tornado movie, yes.
Yes. Here lately, I've been just reading whatever I feel like. And like last night, I came down, just sat here and read Deadpool Volume 3 of
Scotty Young's
run. Weasel Goes to Hell. And it was so much fun. Guys, remember last week I was complaining about I couldn't find a Deadpool story that makes me laugh? Well, now I need to read volumes 1 and 2, which we don't have, of Scotty Young. I was like, okay, I like Scotty Young.
Way to shame my collected editions.
Oh, man, it was good. And I enjoyed the story that was in Acts of Evil written by somebody. I can't remember the name.
I think you're like
but that one made me laugh.
The only person that has ever said that Acts of Evil is good.
The Deadpool issue was good. So now I'm going to give Deadpool Minibus volumes 1, 2, and 3 a chance.
Omar, after Grant Morrison's Batman, in what order should I read Superman by Tomasi, Batman and Robin by Tomasi, and Super Sons Omni? You should read Batman and Robin by Tomasi, and then Superman by Tomasi, and that spins off into Super Sons by Tomasi. So there you go.
All right. Oh, and thank you for another super chat. Omar, do you think it is possible to make a Superman game as the character is hard to hurt? Personally, that thought is confusing to me, as Wolverine is pretty hard to kill too, and he has a game soon.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can make a Superman game. I used to play the arcade game where you played blue Superman and red Superman. And I'm not talking about the lightning powers. I'm talking about just the color of the pixels was red because you needed a player too. And the bad guys weren't even like bad guys from the comic books. I love that. We used to play it at a Pizza Hut, me and my brother. So you could, yeah, absolutely. Don't ever play Superman 64 though. Never ever play Superman 64.
Why?
Oh, it is awful. It's like one of the worst games ever. Just the graphics, the story, and the music.
Bruce, thank you for the super chat explaining. And
is he flying?
Yes, he's my dog. Look close. He's waiting for the stewardess to bring him a cocktail. That is awesome.
Your dog flies better than I do. That's awesome, dude.
And we have another super chat from John. Thank you so much for another super chat. Can you read that, baby?
Suppose Marvel was going to permakill either Wolverine or the rest of the main X-Men, and you had to choose who's biting the big weenie. Is that what we're
biting the big weenie? The big weenie.
What? Well, I guess Cyclops is gonna buy the big weenie, and then sure, bye Beast. Sorry, Iceman. See you later, Angel. Although he's Archangel, and I love Warren as Archangel. Oh, my bad, Gene. Yeah, Wolvie's staying, man. I can't get rid of Wolvie. His best stories are yet to come. Me and Chris Claremont are going to write them. I'm about a third of the way into Walter Simonson's run for the first time of Thor. Oh, it's so good. Omar, if you're sick, can you still read out loud? No, I read internally, Caden. Here we are. Melanie dropping Pete and Pete. New Kids on the Block and the Cranberries references. And we're only 23 minutes into the stream. I don't know where my wife's brain is.
Man, this stream's really hopping today.
The stream's really hopping today.
I'm trying to keep up.
Omar, do you remember the death and return of Superman and Maximum Carnage on the Super NES? Haha, they were awesome. I will say Maximum Carnage, I think, was the very first video game I remember having a limited edition. I don't know if you remember or not, brother, but it had like that big box. I think it came with a t-shirt. I know all the cartridges were red. It came with a t-shirt. I can't remember what else, but I remember the first time I'm like, oh, that's really cool. They're releasing video games in a big collection. Omar, I wasn't ready to see the Pro and Hidden Gems. One of my best comics laugh ever. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I try to warn people always, if it's too mature content and obviously the premise of that story is complete mature content. And I debated on I was going back and forth whether I should add it or not. And I'm like, no, it's on my list as one of my favorite books that nobody talks about. I'll just warn people ahead of time because I get it. Not everybody shares the same kind of humor. Not everybody can stomach stories like that. I just laughed my butt off. I loved it. Death and Return of Superman. Will Tom Taylor's Nightwing Omnibus release soon, or should I read the volumes? If you can, it depends, right? If you're a patient person, I'm sure it will come. But he's not even done writing the book. He's still on the book for a while, so it might be a few years. Is there a reason you just took a picture of yourself?
No, I'm taking a picture of the time.
Oh. Okay. Omar wants to kill Nightcrawler, Storm, Rogue. You heard it here first. No, I said the original X-Men. Hey, Omar, Melanie, I've missed the last few weeks. Have I missed any Alf announcements? Great to catch stream this week. No, not yet. Melanie, segue.
You done?
Maybe.
Oh, you look so cute, and he's holding his toy down.
Shut up.
You went maybe. I am a high school English teacher, and it is now time for me to announce the students of the week. Did you just show your toy?
I did. When the teacher's talking, that's when you bring the toys out.
So let's see. These students earned Student of the Week in first period for English 1. Kylan, because of the depth of your answers. Good job. And for second period in film studies, Kaylin, you're teaching me a thing or two about film studies, so good job. Annie, third period for film studies. For your analysis and your sense of responsibility, good job. Let's see. And first period creative writing, JC, I'm so proud of the heart you put into that collage. It is gorgeous, and it sends a great message, at least to me. And Robbie in second period English, you earned this because I really appreciate how you are trying every time that we do grammar. And so good job. You got a great work ethic. Congratulations to everybody.
Students of the Week get Students of the Week for trying? I tried every day of my student life. No.
Congratulations,
you sounded
guys.
just like a teacher when you said, did you?
Did you?
No, I did not. I was lying. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, when we get a list of mentees of the week, that's totally up to you.
Yeah.
And it's an action figure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you call it a doll?
No, I said a toy. I gotta take away your toy during class.
Do not take away my toy.
I did have to take balloons away yesterday. I was like, let's just put these behind my desk until class is over.
Dude, I would make the nuns feel guilty. I'm like, they didn't need to remind you I am poor, and that is the only toy I have.
What? I'm not keeping. Oh my gosh! And these balloons filled with cornstarch to make stress balls. 2 of them popped this week. I was like,
thank you for the super chat, Jay. Trying to figure out what's going on in
Jay,
your avatar.
thank you so much.
How close are we to a ASM Volume 6 announcement?
You get ice cream for Dr. Doom.
I don't know. I'll be honest. Like, what the heck is that from?
It's cute. From Tiny Adventures. No, what's it called?
What's it called? Hold on. Superhero Up. Hero Up. I can't remember what it's
called. Yeah, something like that.
I honestly don't know. Maybe not until 2025. That's the honest answer. Finally, I can see you guys live. Greetings from Dutch.
I'm so glad
you're Dutch fan. Just
Peter.
Finished Aaron's Punisher. Dang! I had to edit that one.
Yeah, apparently you can make stress balls, just fill a balloon with cornstarch. And
why are you giving people ideas? I need to put Spike Core up, or he's gonna have some loose. joins by the time this stream is over. Omar, have you ever worried about really running out of space for your books? And what do you think will happen when you finally run out of space? I do think about that, right? Even though we just moved in, or not just, but we moved into a bigger house last year. There has to be limits. Like I have to cap out. I hope this doesn't
rain from Mortal Kombat.
Never mind, I can't do it. That's why there are stacks over there.
Oh yeah, don't
of books for giveaways. That's why I give a lot of things away. Even some things that I don't already have. Like if I have epic collections and I already have them in an omnibus format, do I need to keep both? Unless I'm about to do like a reading order or some kind of comparison. That's why. But yeah, that's why I usually end up giving stuff away, which will be happening soon, right? How close are we? Once we get to 90,000 is when I think we're going to do a giveaway. No, it's when we are going to do a giveaway. We're at 88.7. Go tell your auntie to join up.
Jay said it's Rain from Mortal Kombat.
Okay, that's who it is. I was trying to figure out what it was. Thank you so much.
And Geoff, thank you for the super chat. You tried your best. Ended up marrying the teacher.
That is so true. In the end, the guy that played with toys in the middle class won. Haha.
That's why I like teaching freshmen.
Dumb kids won.
Don't tell anybody.
Teachers 0.
I think I'm glad that I married you as well. Why am I losing?
You're losing.
You're not making any
Wait, why
sense.
am I bragging about that? That makes me sound like an idiot. Based on their ages. Thank you for the super chat, Bruce. Do you believe Wolverine and Steve Rogers are overdue on getting a
colonoscopy? Probably, yes.
Here's the thing, Bruce.
Wait, did I pick that gift?
That was a weird gift to pick.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm sure that happens. And it happens in between panels, right? We don't need to see it, right? It's not like Garth Ennis is coming back and writing Wolverine and Captain America, although that would make a really interesting story. Both of them at the, what is it, the oncologist? The who's the doctor?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, both of them just sitting in the waiting room.
Wolverine doesn't need it.
Oh yeah, his healing factor, right? Good call, Kyle. Steve, he's a super soldier, but he might, it's a very American thing to go and get checked, right? Maybe. I don't know what the heck I'm going with that. Alf debuted
yesterday.
No, he did not.
In 1986.
Stop it.
I believe you, Mr. Awesome. Bailey had a random question. Do you know why Savage Dragon was delayed again to December?
Something to do with the files, the scans. So they're fixing them up, and they are coming back, though. It wasn't like the line was canceled, which a lot of people were worried about. Josh Earl of Lemongrab. Mr. Omar. That's the first time someone's called me Mr. Omar. I love that. Have you heard from David Gabriel regarding the current OHCs, Aaron, Avengers, FF, and DD? They plan on finishing them. I have asked, but oh my gosh, I think my question got drowned whenever we were talking about some other announcement. So I will ask again, okay? I know it means a lot to people, and I would like the lines to be finished too. Oncology is cancer. Thank you for that, Hannah. In France, our president really ended up marrying his teacher. Whoa. Is there a big age difference? Good morning, X-Men 2099, Omni, yay or nay? That's my honest answer.
I guess that's a nay.
It's like, okay, as an X-Men guy, like if I wasn't getting the book to do an overview from Marvel, your question would be like if I would pick it up, right? Yes, because I'm an X-Men guy. It's got X-Men on the title. I'm an idiot. I would buy it, even though it's not my favorite. It's got some pretty good artwork in there towards the beginning. And you are getting X Nation 2099 too, which is the Humberto Ramos stuff.
Proctologist.
Thank you so much. Obviously, I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
You changed your picture.
Yeah, and that's just my honest answer. There are people that like X-Men 2099, but it just wasn't for me. And that's also towards the tail end of the era of me buying comics, and I stopped getting comics for a while. I believe Eric Larson commented that he is waiting to switch to their new distributor, which is now PR. No, Lunar. Lunar is now doing it. I thought it was because of the scans.
Butt doctor is the correct word.
The butt doctor. Yes. That is the scientific term.
Since we are both mid-40s and left comic books.
Wait a minute now.
Would you consider making a video for returning readers that left comic books in the 90s?
I never thought about that. Like, in case you left comic books in the 90s like I did, what to read to get caught up on what everybody's talking about. Yeah, the Seinfeld license plate is amazing. Oh, dude, when Kramer picks up that check. I love that. But I'm the anyway. That's a great idea, honestly. A really good idea.
Hey, Bert.
I'm gonna write that down. Write that.
I don't got a pen.
How are you gonna bring a notepad and not bring a pen?
Don't show my notes. What I'm doing over fall break.
She's got notes. People to fail.
I'm gonna do a seating chart.
All right.
I'm gonna write email lessons. Oh, I don't have to do that anymore.
But when are we getting the greatest X-Men team back? Mel Mac X-Men. No.
Bert. Go back to Bert.
Bert's in the chat.
I was reading it and then you.
Omar, do you know if Batman by Scott Snyder Omni Volume 1 is out of print? Because I can't find it. If it's out of print, do you know if we're going to get a new printing? Oh, I'm sure we'll get a new printing in the future. I don't think it's out of print. I think it's just out of stock right now.
You talked about this comic a few years ago, pitched as if Calvin and Hobbes grew up and became detectives. I think it was Mature. Do you remember the title? That sounds awesome.
Oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank. Wasn't Happy. What the heck was it? Let me come back to you. Yeah, I left comics alone for a while. Spencer and Locke? Spencer and Locke?
Maybe.
No. I think that might be it. That's been a long time.
Anyone else hear the Mike Grell interview where he says another company, IDW maybe, are looking to put out a Warlord Omni? Much love to you all.
And much love back to you. I don't think... What people say and what actually happens are two different things, unfortunately.
Spencer and Locke.
Okay, that's it then. Whew. Man, that brain of mine still got it. I think those are still owned by DC because it wasn't like the Vertigo imprint, unless he worked out some deal. So I would definitely. I know they were interested in another property of his because I remember we talked about that after the interview with him. And they can do artist editions of that. But as far as like the actual books, I think it has to be DC.
Philip, I could read what it says at the end. Can you both read what I wrote? And the beginning says Omar, but otherwise we can't read. We can't. It's not translated.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't see that.
Bob, is there ever going to be a King Conan Volume 2?
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. First, we need the first Titan omnibus from the Conan omnibus from Titan. Omar, how did Marvel Tales ROM and X-Men come about? Any other ROM material coming out like this crossover with the Incredible Hulk? The way it came about is they were like, hey, people like ROM and people like X-Men. Let's put them together. It's not a trade paperback, right? It's just a single issue collection, but a thickie.
The adorable Brent Hogan. Thanks for the Humanoids video a while back. I have most of the Jodorowsky, how do you say Jodorowsky library now. Any idea if Volume 1 will get a reprint?
Oh, it's supposed to stay in print. That's what I was told. I will reach out to them. I have so many people to reach out to, but I haven't talked to Humanoids in a while. So I do need to just stay in touch. I'm in my mid-40s and also gave up comics twice, but back in 2011, back since 2011, and will not be giving them up anymore.
That scared me.
Maybe what?
You went back, like just the way you said it was really loud. It made me jump, like literally.
Wow. Okay, maybe some months passionate. Less comics, but every month some comics is a must. I love seeing that.
That is some good advice.
Oh, Doyle, how are you? Oh, Doyle rules. I've been getting into Epics recently, and I was wondering, since they're reprinting one of the Larson's Amazing Spider-Man Omnis, do you think or Amazing Spider-Man Epics, do you think they'll reprint the other one to complete the set? Oh yeah, I'm sure that will happen. Remember, every year we hold the most wanted Marvel Epic Collection reprints. So it's when you can come and vote for the ones that you want reprinted.
Will the Batman, the Golden Age Omni line ever be reprinted?
Well, they're doing a Volume 1 reprint, and Volume 10 just came out, so probably.
Adrian suggesting tier ranking videos, such as ranking all N52, Rebirth, or Marvel Now titles from worst to best.
No, I never thought about doing that. But
do an iceberg video. I like iceberg videos. Do people still like iceberg videos?
Video is.
I like iceberg videos.
But honestly, that would be fun. But oh my gosh, that would take me forever to try to. New 52 wouldn't.
Every single issue ever of the whole.
No, be quiet. The lines that kicked off New 52.
That would be like 2 hours.
But there's 52 issues. And then you know how long-winded I am. I'd have to explain why. Well, you see here.
Bar, what are you studying for? Bar studying
to be a good person. Hey, Omar. Hey, Omar and Mel.
She's taking notes from you.
Yeah, she's taking notes. That's why she comes to this channel. She takes notes from the wisest man there is.
A little late to the stream, but hope you all are doing fantastic and you've both been reading some great stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with what I read last night, and I'm still reading One Piece and still having fun with One Piece. Halloween time, Garfield, Hallowed Adventure, or Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Oh, Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Yes. I think I've seen the Garfield special.
I think we saw it together on YouTube.
And actually, I like the Christmas Garfield special, but Great Pumpkin. Yeah. What about you, Saturday morning fan? Hey, Ryan, did you see that they're going to Batman Year One facsimiles, all 4 issues?
Facsimiles. You said it right.
Oh, okay. And they're also reprinting a lot of Claremont X-Men Days of Future Past issues are coming out soon.
No, I did not, but please don't get me to collect those because I am a sucker for the freaking chromium covers. Oh my gosh.
Chromium?
The chromium covers. Like we saw the Spider-Man 300.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, that thing is so pretty. I just recently found your guys' channel, and I can say you are by far the best comic YouTuber. Love the channel.
Oh,
comic
thanks,
YouTuber, comic YouTuber. Thank you so much for the kind words. Seriously. That is so kind of you.
James Cameron made the best iceberg video of all time.
Why are you punching me? I get the joke.
Because it's a good joke.
I get the Titanic joke. You don't need to punch me.
No, it's like a ha ha ha.
Yes, I still got it. Spencer and Locke. Dude, that was such a fun story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Hallowed Adventure.
Well, I'm definitely not learning to be a good person from Omar.
You are a liar. That's okay. On a scale of 1 to 1,000,000, what are the chances of Ghost Rider Danny Ketch Omnibus in my lifetime? Well, Sin, I need to know 2 things. Number 1, how old are you? Number 2, how much do you love Ghost Rider? And then I can answer your question. I'm studying for an exam for a job, surprisingly very difficult. Well, good luck with that, Bar.
So I need to be on the lookout for Sin's answer.
Okay.
Right.
Thinking of dipping into the Marvel Masterworks for Roger Stern's Doctor Strange. Should I wait for the Omni? Could it come in the near future? I haven't heard anything about that run. Because you would need the Steve Englehart era, Chris Claremont and Roger Stern era, all collected in an omnibus, but I haven't heard of that one. Maybe one day.
Do you think the Wave Flash Omni will be around for a while? I haven't gotten it yet, but want to sometime.
Yes, that one will be around for a while. We don't even have a volume 2. I don't think you should do a Golden Age reviews as mentioned by you yesterday. If you don't like the content, it could cause more harm than good. Nuh-uh, Danny, because I don't like Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't like Daredevil by Bendis. There's a lot of books I don't like, but I stay neutral on my overviews. I show people exactly, I show people the art. I show people the build of the book. I talk about the price. I don't really, unless it's an X-Men book and I'm like, oh my God, this next page is where Colossus and Kitty Pryde is. Unless it's something like that, people can't really tell when I'm digging something or when I'm not digging something. That's why I call it an overview, right? I don't call it a review because that's the last thing I want. I don't want to do. I don't want people not to buy something because I don't like it. And I also don't want people to buy something because I love it, like Batman Year 2 or Avengers The Crossing. Otherwise, those books would be selling out like crazy. And Sin answered, by the way.
I did. I've got it right here.
What's up, Omar and Melanie? My wife watched One Piece live show, and I almost keeled over.
That's awesome.
Love
Yay.
it.
I'm glad you all had fun.
It's so good. I want to rewatch it with my daughters.
And there'll be a season 2.
Okay. 40 years old. And 9 out of 10 love for Ghost. Oh, not even a 10 out of 10. You could have lied to me, man. It will come in your lifetime. It will come in your lifetime. I got to call David right now. David, I just made a man a promise. I'm going to make this happen. He's
Everyone's got
like, what's
keep
going
this
on?
person safe.
He's 40 years old. 9 out of 10.
Bruce, thank you so much for the super chat. My dog's name is Bender, by the way. Oh, I got a Futurama GIF of them as the superhero team, but then I was scared that, I don't know, YouTube would demonetize this if I used it.
You're using Captain Marvel right
Captain
now.
Marvel. That's a cute name.
That dog episode.
Oh, I showed it.
Jurassic Bark.
Yep. After we read Dog Star by Isaac Asimov, I would show the episode Futurama with the dog, because that's just chef's kiss writing.
I can't. There's not a dry eye in the room when watching that episode. I love that episode. Based on the story of Soichiro, right? And his master in Japan.
Is that their names? Dude, I couldn't even remember Saga's names.
Marco
and Elena.
Alana. Is it not Soichiro? Hachiko.
Yeah. That sounds right. Yes, that's right. That's
the dog that waited. Yeah. Oh my God! If you don't know the story of Hachiko, I think they Americanized it, and there was a movie called Hachi with American Gigolo. What's his name? Pretty Woman. Come on, Melanie, help me out.
Oh no, Richard you don't Gere. Want my help. Okay, there you go.
Richard Gere. Never mind. Richard Gere. Wrong woman. Amanda would know. Yeah. Oh, American Gigolo. Richard Gere.
Wait, last night we were watching Twister. I was like, "That's Helen. Helen somebody."
You were like Helen.
Helen
Mirren.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Helen Mirren. I was just throwing out Helen names. I was like, "Is it Helen something?"
Yeah.
Thank you, Omar, for the inspiration on my refurnished. Now I have an IKEA Kallax shelf for almost all of my comics.
Congratulations, man. This episode is not sponsored by IKEA. Do we know if the epics will include the Heroes Reborn return? Oh my gosh. I don't think they will, because those were released as a complete. Maybe they will. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so weird. No, it is so weird. The farm, yes, that's the alternate reality ones, right? The farm stores. No, what was the ones?
Terrabox, where they're jumping into the boxes.
Yeah, yeah. Those first 4 seasons of Futurama are wonderful.
Roy 21. Nick, how are you? Thank you so much for jumping in, asking everyone to hit the thumbs up.
Nick, are you going to be at New York Comic Con? Would love to catch up with you, man. Nick, by the way, is the owner of Dynamite Comics.
Now this scores a 10 out of 10. Always running for one better. Oh, there you go.
Don't tell your lady that. do not tell your lady that.
All right, Bard, thank you so much.
Hardcover Omar says tomorrow evening starts Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur, I believe. Yom Kippur. Baby, why do I feel like I know how to say that? Am I saying it right? Yom Kippur?
Probably better than I. The Day of Atonement and Forgiveness.
Look, there you go.
It's time for
Omar to
apologize for not reading Poison Ivy. Can't promise.
Look, I found you the perfect gift. Oh,
those are some white girls.
Yes.
Them chicks need to hit the beach. Have we figured out if Dark Tower reprints are oversized? Because standard size. Go ahead, baby.
Because I used to teach Night by L.A. Veso. Oh my gosh, I love that book so much. I miss teaching that book.
It's a great book.
So, Bar, I'll look for your answer. And Nick says, what days will you be there?
Thursday through Sunday. I'll be there all week, sir.
Ivy does look great in that GIF, but it was a new Harley Quinn GIF, and I was like, "Oh, Poison's Ivy is in it. I'm going to download it for Bar."
Are you running?
Yeah, I don't.
You were running, or milking a cow? What are you doing? This is why you are the worst at charades.
I said it right. Yeah.
Oh, good job. Of course, she's an English teacher.
No,
she has a master's
One thing
degree.
I said right today.
Shut up, Hamza. Olivier Coipel. I met him and he was like, "You say my name the most beautiful I've ever heard a man say." And I said, "Thank you so much."
You guys, I can't remember. Really quick, I want to brag on Omar. Did you brag about this at Baltimore Comic Con? He recognized you.
Oh, Jimmy Chung? Yeah, I told that story.
Oh, he did? And he said, "The Uncanny Omar."
He called me the Uncanny Omar. That was so cool. That's definitely one of the highlights of my life as a YouTuber, was getting recognized by one of my favorite artists. Mark Waid recognized me too, but he just called me Omar, right? And that's cool. That's Mark Waid, right? Call me Omar, whatever. Mark.
You do not mean that.
Call him Mark.
I really want to buy the Once and Future Deluxe, but are there binding problems? bad enough to pass?
I heard the second printings had better binding, so if that helps you, and that's what's out right now. I'll be there either Thursday and Friday or Friday and Saturday. We'll definitely catch up. I'll give you a ring, Nick, for sure. I'd love to catch up with you, buddy.
Yom Kippur is not English.
Yes, I know it's not English. Oh, because I said you have a master's in English.
Impulse, I did announce Students of the Week. Thank you so much for it. Seriously, thank you for the reminder. But yep, I did.
Omar saying Quapel perfectly is the ultimate proof that bullying works. Yeah, thanks a lot for that, guys. It only took you 4 years to get me to say it right. Oliver Copiel, I can't remember the way I used to say it. Came into the U.S. to do a PhD on comics, and I want to say you folks are absolutely amazing.
A PhD on comics?
That is freaking awesome. How do I get that? You know, my flea market had a guy named Dr. Comics. I don't think he had a PhD. I think he just sold comic books.
Won't be able to travel much being a grad student and all, but really hope to see you folks.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Man.
What a fun time in your life.
Studying comics. Dude, remember that. Remember these days. That's wonderful. Got to run and do chores, but yes, let's figure it out and meet up. Looking forward to it. Same here, sir. Same here. Chris Claremont recognized Omar as well because he was breaching the restraining order. He's like, every time I see Chris Claremont, I'm like, what? He rolls his eyes. He's like, what now?
Geoff, thank you for the super chat.
Dazzler Omni anytime soon or reprinting early Iron Man Omnis. Volume 2, $750. Yes, Melanie. Last week, Stay Geeky was all for you, my sister.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, those were fun. Those are fun days. These are fun days too. Just those were fun days.
What was fun days?
Doing the About Heroes podcast.
Oh, yeah. Those were fun days. I don't know about Dazzler, and I don't know about Iron Man 2. Holy moly. $750. Oh, please don't buy that. Oh, yeah. Although Volume 1 did sell well enough to get a reprint of 2. Right? Do not buy it. I actually, as the Uncanny Omar has spoken, do not buy Iron Man Omnibus Volume 2 for $700. Wait until the reprint. I'm sure there will be a reprint. That's my way of saying don't waste your money on that. Send me money. send me your money.
See you next
I'm making promises now. Now I gotta text David. David, we gotta Ghost Rider. We gotta make Ghost Rider happen because Sin's 40 years old, and we gotta make sure that Iron Man 2 happens. The reprint is $750, and I made promises on Saturday. Hey Omar, will Marvel ever reprint more reprint questions I can't answer? Reprint X-Men: The Phalanx Covenant OHC. Can't remember, but did it ever make it to the most wanted reprint polls? No, that one didn't make it. What made it was the Days of Future Present and Extinction Agenda. And then last year was Bishop's Crossing, or this year was Bishop's Crossing and Executioner Song.
Man, I would love to meet them.
Who's that?
In New York Comic Con, Dan Mora and Jorge Jimenez.
Oh my God, Jorge Jimenez's line is going to be huge because he doesn't come to America that often. By the way,
man, last year it was just so
Dan was there last year. I think y'all missed him from what I saw in your video you posted. Oh, I'm sure we did. There's just so many people and so many creators.
Elsa was supposed to be there, and we ran out of time. She was like on a list, but then not on another list, and I was going to keep walking, but
it's not even
ran out of time, and I didn't.
Like if you see our Saturday or the Saturday video when we're walking around, it was insane to get just from like one row to another. Like you have to wait until people. It's like I don't know if y'all did, but it was like the government cheese line that I used to wait on when I was a kid. Like, it didn't go anywhere; just waited until
Peru or America.
America. That made the best grilled cheese, though.
Pride of Baghdad. Made for a Wild Wednesday between all the excitement of, I don't know how to pronounce it. How do you pronounce this? Because
Ahsoka Tano.
I saw memes. Okay, episode 5, and then experience this OGN. I was emotionally done with the day. Thanks.
Oh yeah, that last episode that was so good. We got 2 more now. And Pride of Baghdad is one of my favorites, but it will rip your heart out especially if you love animals. It will rip your heart out.
Travis is saying that he's the one who let you know the proper way to announce Olivier Copiel.
About a year ago on one of these streams. Yes. Thank you so much, Transcendent Travis. I really appreciate all you guys. Hamza is always correcting me, and I love that guy. Do you have
thank you for the super chat.
Opinion on Excalibur? I'm reading that run for the first time now. Let me tell you something. Still alive.
Are you laughing like Pingu? Is Excalibur funny?
Final Fantasy 2. I could not find that stupid Excalibur sword. That's all this reminds me of, because he's got the Final Fantasy 2 character Tella. And finally, I found it my second playthrough. But anyway, I love Excalibur. It is so different than what was happening in an X-Men, right? X-Men took itself so serious, because there was serious stuff going on in X-Men. But Excalibur was like, let's just have some fun in England and meet some werewolves and meet the crazy gang. And it's just so ridiculous. And then when Chris Claremont left the book, and I love the big interdimensional crossover. I like those issues. I think a lot of people think it just overstayed its welcome. But when Alan Davis took over the book, it became a different type of humor too. Oh, I loved it, man. Loved it. It's definitely, at times it was better than New Mutants, which is hard to say. But it was just so different than anything else that it was going on.
Oh, Castlevania Nocturne is coming next week.
What? That's awesome. Spoony Bards. Yeah. He called people Spoony Bards.
Spoony Bards in Final Fantasy.
Cross Time Caper lasted
what is this,
13
16?
issues, I think. Yeah. I think it was like 13 issues. There was one issue that was just a fill-in issue too. Are you guys planning a meetup at New York Comic Con for fans of the channel? I missed you guys last year. Yeah, if we can get everything together. Right now, I'm still trying to secure a couple of things, but yes, when you text David, tell him that
the X-Files Omni.
Decimation Omnibus also. Okay, Big John, I'm gonna write this stuff down. Iron Man 2. What else did I say? Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider. That's my most wanted, so that's already on the list. Not that he ever listens or he has to listen to me or anything. And what did you want? Oh, Decimation. Hi, Omni. Any suggestions for father-child stories? My girlfriend and I recently got a dog, and it has unlocked some paternal drive inside me for our
doctor. Oh, what a good question.
Father-child stories. Lone Wolf and Cub.
Like
that's
your spirits epic. Lift your spirits, or like sad ones.
It's got a doggy. Lone Wolf and Cub. Oh, it's so good. It's got a good father-son dynamic. It's excellent. It's truly the best. And then, of course, Wolverine, Jubilee Adventures, Wolverine, Rogue Adventures, Wolverine, Shadowcat Adventures, Wolverine and Armor Adventures, Wolverine and the X-Men Adventures. It's just so good. It's a really good story, though. Like I really enjoy those.
Coming to mind.
Batman Prodigal. It's one of my favorite father and son moments.
Oh, okay, there you
go. Batman Prodigal. If you want to go dark, like a dark.
Does Vinland Saga count?
Yeah, actually, Vinland Saga is good. It's like if you want to go a dark route, you could go Invincible.
That's okay. I just clicked on this. Father Child Comics not Invincible.
Anyway, hello, Arya. How are you, my friend? Have you seen the new Irredeemable, Incorruptible, Insufferable card covers? Which Marvel
wait. You need this
would
one.
use the same paper thick with the red edge. So just much better. Those are the Kickstarters, right? I think those are coming out to retail, but they're going to look a little different. I know they're doing the softcover compendium releases for retail, but I think the hardcovers are coming later this year. I think I'll have to double check.
You keep up the good work as well, Dave Walker.
Goku and Gohan. Yeah, Goku and Gohan's relationship is like Goku's like, I'm gonna go fight. I'm gonna die. So I'm sorry. Tell your mom I love her, but deuces.
And Wolverine, if you're not the biological child.
Yes, but we don't talk about the Ken on this channel.
Berserk. It is time for the team. Thank you all. I'm going to get Bar's super sticker first.
All right, what does Bar want? Hardcover Melanie, my tasty sugary with a touch of sourness, orange juice, cake, melt.
What that sounds so good.
What the heck does that even mean?
What are you reading right now, gorgeous? Still on Deadpool, and I read Deadpool Volume 3. Oh my gosh, what's his friend's name? Yeah, Scotty Young, but no, his friend's name. I always want to call him Wilson. That's Deadpool's name. Weasel. Weasel Goes to Hell. I really liked it, and I'm reading One Piece. And I finished reading The Wrong Earth, Volume 2, by Tom Payer and Jamal Engel. And And I'm reading One Piece. So, Barb, what are you reading? Thank you for asking. And at this moment, we need to announce that apple juice is better than orange juice. No. And at this moment, wait, Novark says, at this moment, I feel I already have all my most wanted Omnis. The ones that I need are numbered 5 and on, and that will come in time automatically.
Automatically.
All right. What's Comic Shop? Hit me, Omar. What's Walt's Comic Shop about?
In case you don't know, in America, people say "hit me," not to physically hit them.
Chris, I asked, Bill Willingham to come on the show.
So she did, yes. So if you live in Europe and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, head over to Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and big DC books within the EU. Flight shipping rates of €12 for all EU countries. All emails will be answered within 24 hours. So that's waltscomicshop.com. Type in near mint condition, all one word at the checkout. You get free shipping for all EU countries. The first order of over €40 or more. And they're having monthly deals. So every month they'll have some new deals. And these are in the description of the video if you miss out on them. But these are the October big book deals. You have Star Wars by Gillen and Pack Omnibus for €79.99. That is both the direct market and the standard edition cover, so whichever cover you want. Absolute Superman by Geoff Johns and Gary Frank for €99.99, and then Astro City Opus edition, the big omnibus sized book, €99.99. Melanie, what shop is that again?
What's Comic Shop?
Total disappointment. Your reliable source.
What's Comic Shop? Your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding. Ting! I've lost my powers! Ting! What do I do with my hands?
Well, what do you mean you lost your powers?
I don't know, and I gotta make a correction. Chris, I was saying the wrong person. Y'all, let me just preface this with
what is happening?
No, let me just do my spiel.
Okay.
With it gets so aggravating. Like, I feel dumb when I can't make connections in my head to people's names, like recollect to draw forth information from my brain that should be instant, and it's not for me. That is to preface saying that I asked Mark Buckingham to be on the show. When
I agreed with you, so that made me like.
Okay. Well, no.
You said Bill Willingham.
Yeah,
and I was
because ever since I've read Fables, both of the names just sound so familiar to me that I just get them confused all the time in my head. Like Garth Ennis and Warren Ellis. I get him confused all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Bill Willingham would come on any show right now.
I
think he's distancing himself from that, that mess.
Mark is the one that made me cry when he signed not yours. No, it's ours. A Snow White and Bigby print.
Okay, now don't. You're not dumb. Everybody has their thing. Like,
there's people with
face blindness. There's people that can't remember people's names.
I got face blindness too. And I got
Mr. and Mrs. Melanie. Mr. Omar and Mrs. Melanie. I know you guys do collected editions, but do you know how to prevent spine rolls on single issues? Sorry if that's outside the realm.
You don't have to
spine rolls. I don't. I haven't gotten a single issue in a long time.
Anybody have any suggestions in the chat?
There we go. We can ask the chat, Fat Yeti. And yes, the Kickstarter. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Thank you, Bruce.
I don't know what printer they're using. I know. So this is really interesting. The Marvel Ages printer, that one was. Hold on. Let me see. That's the Mega printer. The What If is printed at the Donnelly printer. So they're using the Donnelly printer again for Omnis. Captain America's the Mega printer. That one right there. And then the Captain Marvel book, that one's the iMac printer. So Marvel's using 3 different printers so far. Don't fold the cover around when reading them.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a good idea. Don't fold comics backwards when you read them. Prevent spine roll. There you go. Dana and Geoff has said that. Okay. Omar, when you text Dave, how many more? Dave is going to get like a 5-paragraph text.
Where are you reading? Right here? Okay. Raphael.
When you text David, tell him we also were waiting on Uncle Roger's Avengers and DeFalco Stores Omni. And Not Man hardcover. And Nth Man. Thank you, Nth Man. I was like, Not Man? What's Not Man? Yes. I'll just tell him my want list.
We have a couple more super chats. Geoff, thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Think we'll see an omnibus line for Marvel Team Up or Marvel 2-in-1? Can you think of the right issues that might make it an incomplete run? The only right issues I can think of right now is Red Sonja issue with Spider-Man and the Saturday Night Live issue. Those are the only two that probably can't be reprinted, because I know they've done the Letterman issues. Or no, that was Avengers. I'm sorry. I think that's it so far, right? Am I right? Please let me know in the comments, because I think the Masterworks has the Saturday Night Live issue, but it's, or no, it skipped it. I'm sorry, it skipped it.
I don't have any X-Men gifts.
Okay, who, in your most honest opinion, would you say is the second best X-Men after Chris Claremont? Oh, writer after Chris Claremont across any of the X books too. Larry Hama. I love Larry Hama on Wolverine. I'm serious. Larry Hama.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. That. I love his Wolverine. Made me cry, made me laugh. It had that sense of adventure. It made me an Ernest Hemingway fan.
So,
like, yeah.
What about, I started reading, was it volume 3?
You went with volume 4 for some reason.
Well, I don't know, because it was sitting on the table.
And you had read those adventures already as a kid.
And I wasn't getting into it.
You're like, Larry Hama just likes Wolverine being all angsty. It
was a lot. Like, I was like, yeah, I like it. And then I was like, okay, I'm done.
The love of his life. Of course he's angsty. So, seriously, Larry Hama, like,
oh, that's cool.
I mean, I was a big G.I. Joe fan, too, that he wrote, but his Wolverine's phenomenal. You know, and after that, probably it's Fabian Nicieza. Doesn't get a lot of recognition for the work that he did.
I think he's
I borrowed his wedding vows. Not all of it, but a lot of it for my wife and I, like our wedding.
I always forget that, man. And you didn't know years later that I would enjoy his writing.
Kieran Gillen is up there. Mike Carey.
Oh, yeah, I like Kieran.
Joss Whedon. Kelly Thompson's Gambit and Rogue. I don't know if anybody even talks about those. Those are phenomenal. I would love to see an omnibus of that. There's a lot of X writers that I enjoy. Some not so much.
You got your money's worth.
Yeah, you got your.
For one, you're like, you got a lot of suggestions. And I want to thank you for the super chat.
What the heck?
Omar, I read Riddler One Bad Day yesterday. Thought it was so badly written. I mean, Riddler threatening to kill guards' families when they could just shoot him. So stupid. Shocked. It won best comic.
I liked it, but I also don't take it into continuity. You know, I don't think it, or at least in my head, I don't think it's part of continuity. That's me, though. But I did dig it. I dug it. I dug that. It wasn't my favorite one. I like what's the one that I liked the most? I like the Bane one. That one was really good. I don't think anybody else liked that one. That one's got the art by Howard Porter. Mr. Freeze had its moments. I kind of like the connection between Mr. Freeze and Dick Grayson. And then there were some that were not so good.
Let's see. Rahul is reading the Superior Spider-Man Omni Volume 1 and loving it. What follows the Omni for reading? What follows this omnibus for reading?
The Spider-Man #1. When he's part of the corporation, he owns that corporation. It's only collected in oversized hardcover, and it's just Amazing Spider-Man. It's got that Alex Ross cover on it, so there is no omnibus, and it's the dance slot. And then it got renumbered again a couple of years later.
What does Larry Hama do with Ernest Hemingway?
Oh, it's the Blood and Claw storyline where Wolverine travels back in time, where him and Puck get travel back in time to the Spanish War, the Civil War. Oh, it's so good. And I remember as a kid, I was like, hey, this guy's written some of the stuff that I'm supposed to be reading in class. And then I ended up falling in love with his writing. Yeah, we actually went to one of his bars that he would frequent when he was in Madrid. Mm-hmm. Like, I love Ernest Hemingway.
We looked outside of his house in the Keys.
The Keys, yeah.
Yeah, we like walked outside of his house. I was like, I don't want to pay money to go in.
Yeah.
So we just saw the outside.
I was a big fan of it. And what's funny is he's also in one of my favorite manga that nobody talks about, and that was Samurai. What was it called? Samurai. It's Ryoichi Ikigami writing or drawing him, and Ernest Hemingway shows up in that story. Samurai Executioner, was that what it was called? Viz released all of it here in America, but unfortunately, it's way out of print. But I don't think it's super expensive. What the heck is it called? Samurai? I can't remember the American name. I should start a bar and call it Bar's Bar. That will do well. Omar, if Marvel ever did a Generation X omnibus, how many volumes would it be? I think they could do 2 or 3. 2, really. But let's face it, it's an X-Men related book. They'll put 3 in there. Forgot to ask the other day. Did you get a chance to? No, I haven't read it yet, but it is on my pile to read, my brother.
Greetings from India. Can you please help me if the Marvel Conan and Savage Sword share the same titles in their omnis? Not a digital fan here. 80s, 90s kid here.
Oh, 80s, 90s kid. Share the same titles. You mean as far as like, so each omnibus, the Savage Sword of Conan omnibus only collects the black and white magazine. Whereas the Marvel Conan omnibus only collects the colored ones. The black and white magazine had the more adult stories in there with a lot more violence and a lot more nudity. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, please ask him. We'll make sure we get it.
How's reading Craven's Last Hunt going? Great. It's an awesome story. If someone wanted to read it along with you, then discuss it, how could they do so? Well, thank you for asking. And our Patreon, we have the $7.77 tier. And if you join at that level, you have access to the monthly book club meetings. Tomorrow, ours is at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I will send out a Zoom link, and I'm just double checking that it is for 4 p.m. Yes, Eastern time. And you also get access in that tier to Ask Me Anything chats, monthly chats, and the previous rewards from the other lower tiers, such as access to Discord. Bid is an awesome bit moderator on there. Thank you to all our moderators on the chat, and File Shelf for doing timestamps, and moderators in the Discord. Keeping it a positive place. You get voting rights for things and stuff I'm forgetting. Access to documentation.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay, yeah.
Big fan of the live content. Have you read Werewolf by Night? Yeah, I'm a big fan of that stuff too. And hopefully we'll get a reprint of things like Tomb of Dracula one day and lead into a reprint of Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night has a beautiful Marvel Masterwork, so. And so does Tomb of Dracula. The volume 3 comes out this October. I'm beginning to read some new titles with heroes I've never dived into before, thanks to the dawn of DC. I really like Birds of Prey 1. Oh, Birds of Prey is so good. That may show up in my top 10 most wanted Batman-related omnis. The Gail Simone run. I also love the Chuck Dixon run, but Gail Simone had Ed Benes on art. Oof, oof, oof. But yes, I haven't read. That's the thing that sucks about not reading single issues anymore, is I haven't had a chance to read Birds of Prey by Kelly Thompson, and it looks awesome. And the team that she's chosen, oh yeah. Would Daydreamers be in the Generation X omnis? 100%. That those 3 issues would definitely be in there, because keep in mind at that time, Franklin Richards, Artie, and Leach, they were all part of Gen X.
How many volumes of the Avengers could we end up with? I have 1 through 4 and plan on getting volume 5 when that releases next week, and I can't wait till they announce Amazing Spider-Man volume 6.
How many could we end up with? Oh, Richard. How do I answer this without sounding morbid? Avengers will never end. Avengers will continue. I mean, it's just a fact, right? Avengers will continue as long as they keep making comics. As long as there's an Avengers comic every month, they're going to continue. I mean, we're looking at, 40 volumes? You know, just to get caught up with the 90? No, in the aughts. It will continue. 40? It'll get
40 volumes?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about how many, look, let's do the math really quick, right? Let's say that there is 600 issues of Avengers, and that's way over that because we've had different volumes. And if each omnibus says, like, let's say it holds 40 comics, right? Then you're looking at about 15 omnis, right? And we're way past 600 issues of Avengers.
Oh, I'm not listening to you.
Oh my God!
I knew you'd get you. You know how I know to get you? You're looking me in the eye when you're talking to me. I'm like, yeah, that's when you say.
And I'm just going with single issues, right? And shut it. we have.
I love you, sweetie. Please continue.
We have annuals. We have crossovers. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at about 40 volumes to get to. I say to the Aaron stuff. Let's just say that 40 volumes. When's that going to come out? I ain't doing no more math on this.
No, I was giving you a hard time. That was answering the person's question.
Okay. Heading out today to act in a commercial and make money.
Geoff, have fun.
Oh, dude, have fun. Lots of downtime and bookstore next door. Best new release suggestion to pick up and read while on set.
Well, look at you.
Go for that Birds of Prey because I'm jealous.
Look, Mr. Texas is like, wow, Melanie. You are in the zone. And that's it. Oh, it's total payback because you do junk like that to me all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Especially when it's something important.
Yes. Heath, you rescued a kitten. He's already rubbed his head against several of my omnis, so I guess they belong to him now. Hope everyone's well.
Most importantly, what are you naming that kitty? What are you naming the kitty cat?
Oh, my chair's... It does look like it is. I think it's just how
you like to be.
Our there's no room behind this desk, so like the chairs, the arms are like this, like rubbing against each other. So it's just kind of mismatched. Hey Graham, do you have any recommendations on how to keep your comics safe while reading at the beach? Ooh, look at you!
I've read at the beach. I've read omnis at the beach. Keep them away from salt water. And, you know, I mean, they're going to get minimal sunlight, right? So it's okay. It's not going to be bad. I'm not going to tell you to do keep a bag on you, though, because you never know when it might start raining, like a plastic bag, something to put them in. I know the feeling when people tune me out when I'm expressing my love for comics and wrestling. Wrestling, baby. Avengers Omnis will never be complete without Wildcats crossover and Heroes Reborn and Ultra Force. Wow, Ultra Force. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. I love the Clayface. Yeah, Clayface was good. That was Lansing and Kelly, right? Oh, they do some good stuff.
Thank you for the super
dude.
Chat.
I'm saying it now. Lansing and Kelly is the new DNA. Those two cats working together on books. I've enjoyed everything they've written. I like the Mr. Freeze one as Batman and Robin tell, but Mr. Freeze being controlling husband turned me off. Well, you know, he's always been kind of a creepo, right? Keeping his. Well, I mean, I don't know. Some people would say it is a beautiful love story of him trying to resurrect his wife, finding the cure, or whatever version of Mr. Freeze there is. But then some people also find it kind of creepy that he's just obsessed with this woman. Just let it go. Find you a new girl. The Manga and Samurai Crusader, Lars, my dude. Thank you so much. That's what it was called. Yeah, 3 volumes, right? Beautiful Ryochi Kagami artwork. And I don't think anybody talks about that book, but if you're interested in some cool early manga that we got in America, it used to come out in single issues. Yeah, that's definitely one.
So Graham got Avengers Defenders War Epic and it got a little water damage. Do you know how to fix that?
No, Graham, I don't. I'm sorry, buddy. Hairdryer? No. Did you show the Bolin artwork on One Bad Day? I did. I might buy it just for that. Bolin is the best in my opinion. Over Jim Lee. McFatlane. That's a low blow on McFarlane. He gained just a little weight, not that much. And Silvestri. Yeah, he's one of the best. I mean, it's a shame he doesn't do internal artwork, right? But his covers are awesome. That Clayface cover is freaking creepy, man. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Shoot, I was looking for something.
I just found out the meaning of the name Melanie comes from Greek and it means dark skin. Yeah,
that's it. My
Kurome is your Japanese name,
yeah,
right?
And it means darkness. Black. But then, like, I don't know, some language it means gentleness and all that stuff.
Yeah, my name
either like, cool. My name means darkness.
Yeah, my name means either firstborn. And there was another cool one, and then a tent maker.
Tent maker.
And I'm like, tent maker doesn't sound that cool at
all. Here we go. It's from Cesar.
Hola a todos. Hola Omar. Hola Melanie. Espero que todo les esté yendo bien. Les estén viendo bien. Muchas gracias, hermano. I haven't been able to catch these lives these past few months, but I try to watch every single one later in the day. Thank you, man.
Oh, thank
Muchas
you.
gracias,
I'm
hermano.
glad that you're with us live because it's just fun doing live.
He's an orange kitty.
Tigger was the only choice. I had considered Conan or Bucky.
Like Bucky O'Hare? Captain Bucky O'Hare. Larry Hama would be really, really impressed if you named him Captain Bucky O'Hare.
Especially did he write or
he created? Yeah,
he
actually makes money, like more money from that property than any comics he's ever written, because he because the deal that what was it? There's a really good story behind that. Like I think it was Neil Adams that helped him work out that deal. It was a huge deal, and you know how much Bucky O'Hare merchandise we have, right? Like little to none, but he still makes more money from that than anything that he's written in comics. It's an amazing story. Oh, Barnes. Yes, I know Heath. Bucky Barnes, not Bucky O'Hare. I wanted to name.
Sorry, you were fine.
No, perfect, brother. Your English is good. I always wanted to name one of my cats Thunder Tank, but that was such a cool name.
You had that on the thumbnail a couple weeks ago.
The Thunder Tank, the classic. Yeah, I should have had Spy Corps.
Imagine set for Seeing Fries, Mythos, Heroes, and Troy. I need to read that, and I'm going to forget. But thank you for this moment for reminding me it exists. I'll forget.
Thank you for this moment.
Do you recommend the modern epic New Avengers?
Absolutely. If look, I am not a fan of Bendis. I did not like most of his writing. I don't want to say all his writing, and he is a wonderful human being. And I'm not a fan of that book, but I also know how many people that book brought over to reading comics. I know the importance of that book. That book is the reason why Avengers became a flagship title at Marvel and took X-Men out of that spot. That book, like there were 3 different Avengers titles at the same time in that particular era of Marvel Comics. That book did a lot for Marvel Comics. Yeah. So I 100% recommend it if you haven't read it. Tentmaker Omar, I remember you saying you and Curtis map modern era epics Venoms 1 through 3. Would it be possible to see that mapping? Yeah, I have so many episode ideas. I just need to get the word out, like mapping epics and mapping X's. Yes.
I love the nicknames people are giving you.
Tentmaker Omar.
Named him Alf.
Yeah, you should have named him Alf.
Yeah, there's so many good questions here. Invincible or The Goon by Eric Powell? Which do you prefer? I can't talk.
I prefer Invincible, but I love Eric Powell's The Goon. It's one of the best books out there. And now that Dark Horse has it back, I'll hope they release the library editions with the inclusion of some of the stories that they couldn't collect before.
James is asking, what are some 1980s toys you wanted but never were able to find or buy? And somebody asked earlier about other hobbies, and collecting toys, figures is definitely a passion of Omar's.
Yeah.
And I like it too, but he's passionate.
I am.
He's got the collection.
Maybe I'll give a tour. I thought about, like, once it's all done, like doing a Patreon tour of my toys, because people have been wanting to see it.
And somebody asked earlier in the chat about a toy tour.
Because I want to keep the channel collected editions, right? I don't know. Maybe starting another channel. So as far as like toys that from my past, oh my gosh, there's so many. But the ones that come to mind is I really hope we get a new version of like Super 7 doing new versions of something like the Tiger Sharks. I don't know if anybody remembers Tiger Sharks. So you had Thundercats, right?
I remember.
Thundercats, those guys. Then you had the Silver Hawks. Can't even do the hawk. So Thunder.
That was good.
Thundercats and Silverhawks were practically the same thing, right? Silverhawks were just Thundercats in space. Tiger Sharks were Thundercats underwater. So these dudes would turn into like sea creatures, and the bad guy turned into like a big manta ray. Oh, I love that stuff, man.
Okay, we got some more great nicknames for you and ideas about
near miscellaneous condition.
Brandon for toys and such. Let's see. How about Big Stu in Orlando?
Hey, buddy.
He's asking what's coming on the best channel ever this week.
I got you, dude. I got you. Okay, so
just you, nobody else.
There's a little short that's going up today. If you like shorts, YouTube suggesting more and more shorts, and I do have to talk about YouTube.
Remind me at 7 p.m. to post short.
You got this, baby.
Oh, dude, we're going to a match.
So hold on. We'll talk about that later. Tomorrow is my overview of Batman and Robin Eternal, and then the IDW art, or the Marvel art of Michael Golden. It's an IDW artist edition. It's a beautiful book. Monday is my overview of the Batman Nightfall Omnibus, the new printing, and my overview of Red Sonja Omnibus, the Adventures of Red Sonja. Tuesday's the Marvel trades. I didn't get all of them though. Like I don't have the, so I thought about skipping it, but I'm like, I've got 4. I'll just do that one.
He did think about skipping it.
Old reader,
and
new
he
reader.
Did say, "Oh, I'll just do it."
Old reader, new reader. And then Wednesday is, hold on. I just want to make sure I got the creative team right. There's an interview with me and Sean Kittleson and Eric Sawatsky. They're the ones that are launching the Heart Attack book from Skybound. So big thank you to Nia Phillips for putting that together. She's my contact at Skybound. And that will be, I think that is on Wednesday. Let me make sure I got the right time. Right. We're good for Wednesday. Okay. So it is at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So what is that here, Melanie? Yes.
2.
Let me make sure I got the right time. Second, and that is on Wednesday.
12
3 p.m. 3 p.m.
No, 12 Mountain. Central would be 1.
Yeah,
and Eastern would be 2.
It's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right.
I got it.
Okay.
And then not old reader, new reader. Reels Talk with Amanda and I think we're doing a Reels Talk today, or we might have to postpone until Friday. Thursday is the Marvel solicitations for January of 2025. Me, Oddfell, Peter M, Jess Bragg, the Omni Dog, and Curtis. Join us. Lars might join towards the end of that stream. So the crew is back. And then that Friday is, oh gosh, the upcoming collected editions for the month of October. So there you go. There you go. Always remember, this N League is number 1. Fear Agents, close second. I love the fact that you go with N League, my brother. Love it.
And yes, Kyle, we are in Eastern Time. It's not Central. And Rahul's excited for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you,
we've
brother.
got a couple of super chats.
Okay.
Now, Bar sent one, but I have to scroll up to see
what you want. What do you want, Bar?
What her question
What do you want, Bar?
Let's
Hardcover Melanie.
We all know about Omar's collecting hobbies. What are yours? Is there anything that will make you empty your bank because you enjoy it so much? Oh, I am
birds.
Picky.
And she's picky.
I like birds. What?
You're not gonna get that joke. You do this every time.
I like birds now. What?
No one's gonna get that joke.
No, I'm really picky. Like Nightmare Before Christmas. I quit collecting years ago because I just got so picky in particular about it. I guess because I I've got what I wanted. And...
One correction. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
It's January 2024, not 2025. January 2025 is the list of Omnis I got already. Sorry about that. The solicits are for January 2024.
Oh, okay. Roy was saying something about it, and I was like, I don't know. What do I empty my wallet for?
You're a sweetheart. You give tithe. You donate a lot of money. Melanie's a good person. Like, she is genuinely the best person I've ever met. I love you. And that's just fact. Like, I used to get so upset.
Bart, thanks for asking that question.
Like, I donate a lot of my time, right? Like, I donated a lot of my time to help out people, but you donate, like, financially. Even when we didn't have it. Even when we don't have it. Like,
it's fine. No,
okay, no. I'm just saying, even when we shouldn't have been.
We're going to start an argument on.
Even when we should not have been, you still donated
we
a lot of money.
We were fine.
Yeah, fine isn't good. All right, anyway, Hardcover Melanie. What do you spend money on?
That's what I'm asking you.
Helping people.
I don't think, okay, I found recently a cons art and supporting local things. So they're not local, like words, people not in big industry. Yeah, there you go. We have another super chat right there. Okay. So thank you. Still alive. Let me get you a...
Did you not like John Byrne's Hidden X-Men run? I noticed you skipped it in your X-Men Omnibus videos. I enjoyed them and wish they hadn't he didn't get canceled. He didn't get canceled. Well, I don't think Byrne got canceled. I just think Byrne leaves when Byrne wants to. It's not a matter of him, like... I cannot think of a single run that John Byrne did that he left ever so graciously, with maybe the exception of his Uncanny run. But everything just ends when John Byrne's like, I'm out. You all made me mad for whatever reason. I think him and editors just butted heads so much. I'd love to get some behind the scenes stories from him just to kind of hear his perspective. But I don't think he even does. I mean, he doesn't do cons anymore. He doesn't do any kind of appearances. I thought it was okay. I don't think it's the best like retcon of an X-Men story. A lot of the things that he did in there just didn't make any sense to me. But if you liked it, that's awesome. That's all that matters, right? Be cool if you do an interview with John Byrne and Rob Liefeld together. Yeah, you know who I want to interview? Okay, let's do that, and then I'll interview Chris Claremont and Jonathan Hickman together. That's a good one too.
Yeah. Wow.
And Jonathan Hickman interrupting Chris Claremont when he's like, "Actually, Chris, you don't seem to understand Wolverine. Let me tell you something." And like, just Chris Claremont just flipping the table. Omar, do you think Marvel will make epic collections of the Ultimate Universe? I think so. Yes. Absolutely. There's our buddy Joey. Joey, how are you, man?
Hi, I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you all have a wonderful life. Every day may be hard, however you can get through it. I'm doing well myself. Take care. Thank you, Joey.
Brother, I hope
it's always a pleasure to see you.
I hope your school is going well too.
Yes.
Jonathan Hickman is now writing Ultimate Spider-Man. What do you think? I think awesome. I love his stories. I may not be the biggest fan of the Ultimate Universe. He hasn't done a single issue.
Okay.
It was just been announced with Marco Cacchetto on artwork, right? Holy moly. And then Zdarsky's doing Avengers with Acuna, but it's another Avengers series. So I'm excited for that too. I love Zdarsky. Yeah, Zdarsky's a solid writer, and Hickman is too. I'm really curious about it. Are they relaunching the Ultimate Universe line? And the thing we don't know yet is, who's Ultimate Spider-Man? Are we going to use Miles Morales? Are we going to use Peter Parker? Or let's just make everybody mad and make it a new character. And when he unmasked himself, it's Wolverine. It's Hawkeye Wolverine from Heroes Reborn. Nobody will remember that. That price of that book will go up so much. Hawkeye Wolverine from Heroes Reborn.
Look, Ben, you get to meet Philip Kennedy Johnson.
He's such a nice guy.
Getting my issues of Smoketown signed. What's your favorite story by PKJ? And why is it Last God?
I'm honestly surprised that my good friend, even though Peter M and I don't agree on every story, every X-Men story, but we tend to agree on stories we do like outside of X-Men. He did not like Last God. Like he really liked Last God at the beginning, but he didn't like the way it ended. And I'm like, really? I love Last God. That's like one of my favorite reads in 2020. Was it 2021? And Last God is it. Like, seriously, that is such a good book. Started collecting comics with Byrne's Superman. However, when I see what he did with the Fantastic Four, I feel cheated. Oh, what he did with the Fantastic Four? Yeah, those were good. Oh my gosh, he was so experimental in that era. That and Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight was his baby. That's why I love Alpha Flight. So make sure you pick that up and know. Actually, this month. It comes out this month. Yeah.
Jeff's asking about the Thundercats.
No,
Cat lair.
Somebody was talking about.
How much is it?
I think it's 400 or 500.
The Thunder. Like, where would it go?
The Thunder Tank is 300.
Like in between shelves on the floor. Like,
I mean, we don't need
floor.
We don't need a chest of drawers in our bedroom, right? We can have the Thunder
chest of drawers.
Chesser drawers. We don't need one of those in the bedroom. We can put the Thundercat lair, and then the Thunder Tank right beside it.
No toys in the. Wait, that didn't.
Don't finish that statement.
No collection of action figures in the bedroom.
There we go.
Owen, thank you for the super chat. Do you think 90s Morbius will be collected? Love it. Look, Thor loves it too.
I think so one day. I mean, I think all that era will be collected. I mean, we're kicking it off with Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch era. So I think it will be properly collected, along with like the Midnight Suns and all that stuff. And what was the other one? Spirits of Vengeance. Spider-Boy is the new. Yeah, let's make everybody mad. It'll be somebody like that. It won't be Miles or Peter.
Oh, Kane, good luck. I really hope you get those signed by Zdarsky.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's his. He doesn't make a lot of American appearances. You know, he does a lot of Canadian appearances. And I'll come by and say hi to him. Honest thought. I think you and Liefeld would have a great interview where you both geek out over shared appreciation of comics. I love to interview Liefeld. I'm not one of these people that hate Liefeld. I know he gets a lot of flack. I understand why he was the way that he was. Everybody thought he was pompous and arrogant, but you have to think when you were 20, he was 20 years old and he became a millionaire overnight because of the sales of his comic. At that age, that does something to your ego. Think of when you were 20 and how you used to be, right? Cocky about everything or whatever. Well, maybe not everybody. Maybe some people were humble. And then overnight, your comic book makes you a millionaire. The comic that you were told, if you walk out of this right now, you're going to lose money. You'll never work for Marvel again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does something to your ego. So it makes sense why he was the way he was for years. I don't want to get another Miles story for an Ultimate Spidey. Sigler's doing well on his run. We don't need this to contend with it. Yeah, so I'm curious who it will be.
Is Spider-Man Clone Saga that bad? Some people like it.
The first omnibus is solid. It is good storytelling, paced really well.
Me personally, I hate clone stories most of the time. I just don't like them.
2, 3, and 4, with the exception of Revelations, awful. But you know what? Mileage may vary. You may like it. Liefeld made Deadpool and profit. Who cares if you can't draw feet? Fabian Nicieza helped, though.
And I love Deadpool.
And honestly, I wasn't a fan of Prophet until Graham's story. So, yeah. And I mean, that's the beauty of comics, right? It's a team thing. It's not a one guy thing most of the time.
New Spooky Channel's dropping knowledge here. Okay?
I believe
Byrne wanted to continue 10 years, but Marvel told them they were going to cancel it, even though it was profitable, because they wanted to take the franchise in another direction.
Okay.
And then look at how organized this gentleman is.
This is when Grant Morrison took over the book.
Translation equals Grant Morrison has taken over the X-Men. John Byrne said that was the last straw and left Marvel forever.
My goodness.
Are there any good solo runs featuring Quicksilver or Storm?
Yeah, Storm had several miniseries. One was in the Greg Pak one is really good. I really like that one. The Young Ororo. That's a good retcon story. There is the Warren Ellis miniseries with Terry Dodson, and if you can't separate the artist from the art, it's up to you, but that is a good miniseries that features a character. Quicksilver had an ongoing series, and that was okay. Had some pretty good artwork, though.
I don't have any hot takes on Wolverine. I'm sorry. No.
He's hot. Who's
like
the
him?
better clone, Connor Kent or Ben Reilly? Oh, Connor. I love Connor Kent. 30th anniversary of my
30 years. I almost got a Jack Skellington tattoo, but I didn't.
Man,
then
30 years. Just saying it like that makes you feel old.
I remember I was in 6th grade when I saw the first commercial for the movie. And you know how Jack Skellington's eyes go wide when he sees the Christmas tree in the forest carved in the tree, the door? That was me. I was like, what is this? And I fell in love. Just like when I first saw Orin in Final Fantasy X, I was like, oh, who is this man? This is my fictional crush for decades.
Jack Skellington?
No, I said Orin.
Oh, Orin. Omni, any comic book hot takes? One of mine is the original Secret Wars was an absolute horrid reading experience, but I know it's well loved. Well, let's not kid anybody. That Secret Wars was a toy commercial. It was brilliantly done. Yeah, there are things that people love. I hate Civil War. Not the American Civil War.
Oh, no, I did not like Civil War.
Loathe Civil War. Beautiful artwork. I even recommended it because I realized the importance to new readers.
I don't like the idea.
But as far as the characters that were just acting out of character, it was horribly written. I don't like it at all. Old Man Logan's overrated. It's another one of my hot takes. I don't think anybody agrees with. Oh, yeah, and then Batman Year 2 is amazing. Another hot take.
Multiple.
Oh, yeah, Melanie had lots of crush. I'm in love with every boy. That's my joke.
And I have no gaydar.
Also.
I fell in love with everyone.
Carajo!
Oh, thank you. Look, you get this one. You get the sexy one.
Omar hates Americans. The Civil War. You heard it here first. Thank you. That's my buddy Shonda Sook. One day I hope to meet. Omar, did you like the 2 Ben Reilly Omnis? Only the Revelations part of that. Okay, was the quote really taken out of context? I hate the American Civil War. Wouldn't the quote be, I like the American Civil War, not the Marvel Civil War? Oh, things get taken out of context. I agree. Old Man Logan was overrated. It wasn't good at all. Beautiful artwork, though. Again, Steve McNiven, right? Civil War's so edgy. Stands out, especially between... I really want to do an old reader, new reader. That's when I just let loose with my thoughts, you know. People love it, though. New readers, old readers, people love it. Love. I love Doom and Secret Wars. That was solid. The end of Civil War with Steve's actions was just the worst. It was even worse than that was the front line. Civil War Frontline by Paul Jenkins was awful. Oh, I hated that new character too that they were trying to use to replace Jessica Jones because she was gonna go on to the main Marvel line. What was her name? Lucy. I can't even. But when she sits Captain America down, they're talking to Captain America, and they're like, "You don't understand America. You know why, Captain America? Because you don't have MySpace." And then they went on a whole spiel of things he doesn't understand about modern America. They were like, "You're so out of touch with America. You don't even have a MySpace account." That should be on a T-shirt, Captain America.
MySpace account.
Oh wait,
man, I don't need a gaydar anymore because I have you.
What about Civil War 2? Just as awful. Omar will go on a tangent on how the new Warriors are not at fault. Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's you know how to make me mad with your first issue with the opening pages.
Yeah, I got that years ago.
Yeah.
It's cute. Thank you for mentioning it. Let's see.
MySpace is a blast from the past. Yeah, absolutely.
On Ahmed's new Daredevil.
I haven't read it yet. So excited to read it. Daredevil's had a big, long streak of phenomenal writers. Year 2 is a treasure. Civil War was a dumpster fire. This we can agree on. My man.
Oh, Mr. Kyle saying that Civil War Peter Parker revealing his identity directly led to One More Day.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why.
Hey y'all, hope all is well. Where would you start reading Dakin? How do you say his name? Dakin. Dakin.
The Ken?
The Ken and the other mongrels.
The Wolverine by Daniel Way. There's 4 complete collections.
Oh, Bar, thanks for being honest. Yeah, that wouldn't work out then, would it? Robert's asking if you ever checked out the Inhumanoids toy line or a cartoon back in the 80s.
I did. I had some of the Inhumanoid toys. They were the ones with the hologram on their chest, right? No, those are Visionaries. Inhumanoids were the big monsters, right? Yeah, I had some of them. Found them at a garage sale. That's how I used to get a lot of my toys when I was younger.
Jack, thank you for the super chat. Will we get West Coast Avengers Omni reprints?
What were they voted in our top 20? I can't remember. Were they voted in the top 20 or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Or if you're watching it live, I really don't remember.
I honestly probably not gonna.
Not in a few years for me. Not gonna lie.
It's. I'm currently playing Final Fantasy 16. It's probably gonna take me a long time because honestly, I've been reading more than playing. Yeah. Playing as many video games as I used to.
And I kind of put a pause on video games because I've chosen to take care of my health. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't have a lot of time because I'm doing a lot of reading. I do like Melanie said. I mean, it's no joke, right? I read, I film, I edit, I put everything out. Like it's a one-man show a lot of the time. As much as, like when you see Amanda and Maddie on the streams, they help me out with that stuff, but it's a one-man show every day, 3 times a day sometimes. So I don't have a lot of time. So what I've decided to do is take the time that I usually spend playing video games to go jogging and to start working out again. Because, this past summer, I realized that I need that for my mental health to be outside, to do things, active things again. And I'm sure I'll go back to video games, late at night. But right now, late at night is for reading, a lot of reading. Yeah.
He's saying, what about the Wii game? I love EA Sports Active too. I love that. Yes, I have for years. I've used it for exercise.
Didn't we do a couple the jogging?
We did it, and then you would make me laugh. I was like, you cannot make me laugh while we're exercising.
I'm so sorry.
It's so hard to exercise.
I'm a funny guy. I can't help myself.
Did you recommend Daniel Way's Wolverine one?
Yeah, because he wanted to know where to start reading the cat. That's where he appears.
Oh, okay. Well,
just because I hate something doesn't mean I'm not going to recommend it. That's what was it? Who said that? Was worried that if I do an overview of Golden Age Batman. No, it's an overview, I know the importance of it, the historical importance. I'm just showing off the
historical importance. Collecting memories. Thank you so much for asking. We have watched in my film studies class The Pursuit of Happiness. Honestly, because I just had that thing memorized from showing it last year in other classes, I was like, I need something easy to start with first. And I like Will Smith's acting. And it was like the motif is supposed to be perseverance for this unit. Trying to change things up and around, like Matilda. I've never watched Matilda. Danny DeVito's Matilda, and I'm really enjoying it. Forrest Gump. We're gonna watch Spirited Away, Rocky.
The first one?
Yes.
Rocky 4. He pulled the truck through snow.
We're gonna watch what the ladies in NASA, the Friends, Heroes Reborn. What's it called?
What? The Zack Snyder film with the girls that are fighting?
No.
Sucker Punch?
No, they're NASA.
The girls in NASA.
The women, the ladies.
Little Women.
Go.
Little Women go to space. Amazon Women on the Moon. Oh, I love that movie so much. Do not show that. It's got some major
what's the name of that movie?
What are you talking about?
Hidden Figures. Thank you.
Oh gosh, that has Olivia Spencer in it.
Hidden Figures.
Everybody's yelling at you, and I'm like, Little Women on the Moon. No, Little Women in space.
Bar's like lesbian. Oh no, it's not.
Why would you say that? That gets you banned. YouTube.
Why?
I don't know. YouTube hates that word.
Oh, that's messed up.
I swear, every time Maddie has someone on, and they use the word lesbian, YouTube demonetizes it, and then I have to go in there and go, this is not done in a hurtful way.
Like derogatory term. It is the way they
why
are.
Why would they even see
it
as a derogatory? Do enough people on YouTube make the word lesbian a derogatory term? Like, is that what's happening? Yeah, YouTube immediately picks up on that word. I don't know why.
It's better than Heroes Reborn. I totally knew it wasn't Heroes Reborn.
I agree with that. Heroes Reborn was awful.
So, just to wrap up, this is a new class. The other English teachers and I tried to pick different genres and get some representation. Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I've never watched, and I've heard from a lot of people that's a great story. But I'm really enjoying it because I'm learning myself. Like, I think that was the use of soft light on her face there, Matilda, on Miss Honey's face, because it just looks different, and I don't know how to explain why. It's just if it pops in my head while the movie's going, I'll say.
You want me to come talk to your class?
And
yes, some of the greatest movies
ever. But I'm learning about film techniques, and I love just looking for them. It makes me enjoy the movie more.
She's noticing different shots now and angles and things like that. Things that I love talking about. Like, lighting. You can watch Look, his arms do that now. And they never did that before. I love that. Okay, where were we? Sorry.
Oh, like in Twister, how they used one slow zoom in. It was very awkward. It did not fit in the movie. I was like, why did they keep that?
Mr. Kyle, great idea for proctology PSA for colonoscopies with Steve Rogers. Tagline: even America's booty needs a check.
Oh, wow, that is a good. That is a good job, Mr. Kyle. It's a good tagline.
Are you just now catching up with what we were talking about earlier, and you just waited to say that this whole time? I love that you waited to say that until now.
Perks at Being at Waffle House. That would be a good
Welcome to my world in my wife's country accent.
It's
awesome. Literally the L in LGBT. Dude, I know. And YouTube's like, nope, demonetize. I swear. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking stupid. Some of the things that just YouTube bots catch.
Oh Oh, Jack! Jack's bringing it. Jack does not like Will Smith's acting. I love Will Smith's acting. I love his facial expression, his eyeballs misting up with emotions.
He grew on me. Like at first, everything was, oh, hell no, in every one of his movies, right? And then, you know, I don't know. There's something about his performance.
I like I Am Legend. I like
Legend.
it.
Dude, that scene with the dog, that was so rough.
Oh,
that was rough, man.
Film theory is amazing. I love the hidden meaning scenes. V for Vendetta has a great example of hidden meaning scenes. Oh, and we're gonna watch Across the Spider-Verse, and we're gonna watch Lord of the Rings. So yeah, different genres, and just try to get a speckling of everything, a sampling of everything. Comics is saying Spine Watcher, Omar. When will we see your manga collection?
Oh, well, maybe this year, end of this year. Melanie, did you know that NMC Discord also had a movie club? The next movie will be John Carpenter's The Thing. My daughter loves that movie. The first one's good.
That is such a good movie.
Even honestly, the follow-up movie, the prequel movie, wasn't awful. So the special effects aren't as good as the original, though.
James, thank you for sharing. Right, not just for me, but for everybody. Like the $5 Patreon tier, be part of Discord. There are like, 50, maybe. Like, would you all say at least 50 different channels in there? And one of them being the movie club.
You're making me hungry, Logan Wayne. And for food, Omar, my curry goat with rice and peas, rotty plantains, and fried dumpling. That's me. Tent maker no more. What are you reading this week? Oh my gosh. What is this week? This week is Captain Marvel. Right there. I need to wrap that up. Wrap it up. It's also finishing reading the Transformers. I'm on the 3rd act. So it's the IDW Collections Phase 3. Wrapping that up. And Batman Golden Age. Volume 1. That's taking a while, though. If you watch the OG Ringu, the camera angle slowly moves up. That last shot is straight down, so it feels like someone's watching you.
That's so much fun, and that's what I'm encouraging my students to do, is to analyze. And why would they do that? There's more than one right answer. You know, if you just, if you don't write down, the leprechauns told them to do it, and it makes sense, you're good to go.
Wait, it's still the sequel to The Thing. It wasn't awful. No, did I say that? No, I said the practical the effects aren't as good as the original. Like the original that used practical effects by, oh my gosh, what is that guy's name? Oh my gosh, what is his name? He goes by Sex Machine in From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, dang it, I cannot remember
just wait
his
a
name.
second.
He's
Chad to tell
he did Friday the 13th. He's known to do all these practical effects. Anyway, it's just amazing what they were able to do. Like amazing what they were able to do for before CG.
Rick Baker. That's what Dana says.
Hey,
Tom Savani.
I thought it was Tom Savani. Yeah.
Jeff, okay. Sorry, Dana. Everybody else is saying something else.
Hey, Omar. Will Generation X ever get the Omni treatment? Can we get it added to the most wanted Omnis list, please? One of my favorite comics from childhood. I think that day will come. I mean, look, the epics are coming. I'm sure that day will come. Okay, silly question time.
Thank you for the super chat.
If some comedian made fun of your wife's hair, would you slap him in front of everyone to get her name out of his mouth? No, I think.
And look at the GIF I chose.
That's an adorable GIF. No. Like, I love my wife, but she also knows that if you go to a comedy show, or it's free, it's free game, right? I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm not gonna go start talking about this.
You're like, eh.
Because I'm hesitant to start talking about this stuff because it can lead in ways that I don't want it to go because we're talking about comics.
How about my thoughts are, first of all, I was just happy to see something live that other people would talk about later and be like, I saw it live.
We didn't even see it live.
Secondly,
my friends from New Zealand messaged me, look, here's the uncut stuff, because they were getting it live, because in America
we were there when it happened.
Because of the whole Janet Jackson thing. But, it's no longer live television here in America.
No, I don't agree with what he did.
Absolutely
At the same time, though, it just feels like there's a lot of issues. Like, I don't know his life. I don't know what he's been through. And
but at no point do you ever hit somebody.
No, I said I don't agree, but I just
no, that's not the way to handle things.
I think there's just a lot more going on that if you are under stress, perhaps you just crack. I've done crazy things that I am so embarrassed later that I did. And it was like, and I kind of see it as I understand what it feels like to genuinely go crazy. Like, and you,
I don't think there's any kind of excuse for what he did. And that's just my 2 cents. You know, I know it happened a long time ago. It's just, no, at no point should you ever have to resort to violence.
And like I said, no, I don't. I'm not.
It's ridiculous, especially on television. Like, come on, man. Sometimes you got to be the better person, and it's hard to be the better person. Believe me, it's hard to be the better person sometimes. I see a lot of stupid comments on my videos sometimes, and it's hard to be the better person sometimes and leave it alone. But sometimes you gotta. What's going on with Marvel lately? All the heavy hitter characters are just boring or bad writing. Well, Lil T-Man.
Thank you for the super chat.
Wow, look at that. All the heavy hitter characters. Well, I'm enjoying Captain America. It's really solid if you're not reading that. I'm enjoying Moon Knight. Freaking awesome. I really like Sins of Sinister. That's my type of story. Confuse the crap out of me. Just take me for a ride, baby. I don't know what Fallen X is going through right now, but I guess we'll see. So when you mean heavy hitters, I don't know, who do you consider a heavy hitter? Like the best-selling books, like Spider-Man. Okay, I'll say this, Spider-Man, not digging it. So you're right. What's going on with that? I don't know. Editors are taking it one way with the writer. It's ways that I don't agree with, but, you know, run's not over. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Hello, Scott. I would have made a joke about his wife's hair. I'd have made a joke about his wife's boyfriend, Ricky Gervais. Gervais.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Let's see. Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Melanie, I've done crazy things Omar avoids making eye contact.
Not today, devil. Not today. I'm staying out of that one.
That I regret. And
not gonna say anything. Omar, where's the new announcements, bruh? You're breaking my heart. They're coming, baby.
I feel like as a person that it makes me not agree with things, but to just have some grace for things that people do that are crazy and regret later. Like my students.
Oh, yeah.
Like I got yelled at yesterday, and I'm like, what in the world did I do?
I'm not. What I said is there's no excuse for it. But I'm also about forgiveness. It's okay. Things happen.
I wasn't saying that.
Yeah. And I'm clarifying what I said.
Oh, okay. You know, I think something must have happened for her to yell at me because I'm like, that didn't make any
Omar,
sense.
can you ask DG? Marvel is considering making X-Men Red into an oversized hardcover. Same goes for Immortal X-Men. Sure.
Oh, right here.
But usually they don't tell me what's that kind of stuff. Black Widow Omnibus announcement.
Is that like rear window? Rear window?
Wow, none of us can speak today.
I'm hungry. We have 2 more minutes.
All right. Omar, Melanie, love the shirts. Where'd you get them? Where'd you get these, baby? You bought these a couple of years ago. T Cutie?
T something. One of those stores. T Turtle.
There you go.
This is years ago.
Here's the heavy hitter. Spider-Man.
T Turtle.
I don't know about Hulk. The last one when he became a spaceship, that was crazy. Wolverine.
Who became a spaceship?
Hulk.
No.
Okay. And Hulk is punching, and Bruce is in control. Oh, it's insane.
Like inside of
yeah. Anyway, I ain't got time to talk about it right now. Wolverine, Thor, Captain America. Okay, Captain America's solid. I dig it. Iron Man by Christopher Cantwell was so good. Black Widow doesn't have an ongoing series. Punisher just ended, and I dug it. I can see people's problem, and I agree with what they did. The retcon that happened without going into spoilers. But Frank's had a lot of issues. Not talking about single issues of comics, by the way. But as far as Spider-Man, yeah, I can see why people aren't digging that one. As far as Thor, that one just wrapped up and is... Oh, no, Immortal Thor's coming out, isn't it? By Al Ewing? I haven't read it, so I can't judge it. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on with Thor. Maybe it's good. It's Al Ewing. I'm sure it's solid. I've enjoyed everything he's done. I got a weird questions from someone in the UK. Base. Do you ever think you might do a video on the difference between Marvel and Panini versions of the same books. I've noticed some differences. Yeah, if I can get my hands on some. I think I've got a few, but yeah, I can do it. It's usually the size, right? Like that's the big difference, the size. I would also like an X-Men OHC with Shield included. You mean Sword? Sword and Shield, they go hand in hand. Mexican Gwen Stacy Army. Bar, get in line, sister. I've been preaching that for years. Should I pick up Secret Warriors Omnibus? It's the last Marvel Hickman book I haven't picked up, including his Ultimate stuff with Thor and Hawkeye and such. Oh, yes. If you haven't picked it up, brother, go and get that. It's good. Omar, I'm going to have some UFO questions on the next stream. If that's a problem for you, it is not a problem at all. Hulk, Monster, Cap, Real Estate Owner, Thor, New Pantheon, Black Widow, New Symbiote. I was like, Captain America, Real Estate Owner? What are we talking about? Got you. Well, I haven't read JMS's Captain America, and Black Widow is the new symbiote, right? She's the new. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm digging Venom. If you've not read Al Ewing's Venom, it is so good. Like seriously, don't sleep on it. It's like Immortal. It's going the way Immortal Hulk went. Omar, any clues as to whether or not we will be getting a reprint of John Byrne's sensational She-Hulk Omnibus, the best run?
Thank you, Jack, for the super chat. There you go.
I don't know. I haven't heard about this one. Maybe you'll have to vote for it the next time around, but I haven't heard about this reprint. I know it's only available in the flat spines, right? The COVID one. When can we expect the Teen Titans Young Justice reading order?
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, brother. My stuff is in custom Omnis, so it'd be kind of hard to do, but I've done those before. Let me think about that one. Maybe that will go up for vote early next year, which the year is almost over to think about. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
New reader, old reader, Transformers, Matrix Quest, yes, or Target 2006. I would choose Matrix Quest. I love that story, brother.
Hey, Marvel Bad.
Just the thing to get us through a struggling, tiring day. Thank you, Omar and Melanie, for another great chat. Hit that like button. I hope it gets better, brother. I hope it gets better.
Yeah. Panini generally uses thicker paper than U.S. printings of equivalent books. Less extras, covers, back matter, sometimes a different cover chosen, different spine designs.
And they don't usually use dust jackets either, right?
Let's see. Sky's saying, I hope JMS Spidey Omnis come back soon. I didn't manage to get one last year.
Aren't they coming back to print? Or volume 2 is coming back to print, right?
And Panini haven't done the digest size pocketbooks lines for years now.
Oh, okay. The art in Harleen is gorgeous. I agree with that.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah.
Hey, Sean Franklin, how are you?
So it's 102, baby.
Yes.
How many more?
Let's do 3 questions. Let's do 3 questions.
Okay.
All right, we'll do it. I just grabbed Murky World and Dan yesterday because of a buy one get one half off. You made some good choices. Oh, look at this question. Omar, would you rather own a copy of Incredible Hulk 181 or Giant Size X-Men #1? I would go with Incredible Hulk 181. It's my favorite character. So yeah. That one right there. NMC live streams are the best. Thanks for another great one. Thank you all. Omar, you mentioned the new Nightfall reprint's thinner than the original. Have the pages gotten thinner? Yeah, pages are thinner, and it's also the binding too. But interesting enough, it's printed at the same printer. Sorry for the thumbnail comment. Which thumbnail? Like the lack of toy? He's here. Spike Horse here. He's hanging out with us the whole time. Need Omar and Riley to do a video about out of print manga. Oh my gosh, there's so much of that, man. There's so much manga.
Thank you, Jack.
That is out of print. Thank you for the super chat. All right, we'll take one more question.
And then oh my gosh, my Walt's comic shop is like this
team.
Gift.
Yeah, you and Alf are the same. But before I go, check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. If you live in America, they have books up to 50% off, and they have a huge sale going on right now. Tell them Near Mid Condition sent you their way for free shipping on your next order after your first one. Omar, are you a nerd? No, I am a geek. Big difference. Transformers Reading Order Part 3 should be coming out in November. No, October. I'm going to try to squeeze it into October. Please make NMC bookmarks. My guy's not here to remind me. All right, everybody. Thank you also. Roberto Rodriguez, ¿cómo estás, mi hermano? Everyone have a wonderful week. I'll see you on the next time. I have a live on Wednesday, again at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to check out that interview with the team that is bringing Heart Attack, the graphic novel from Skybound Studios. Stay healthy and safe, everyone.
Stay minty.